its way down into your GI tract. And here it's going to enter into your cells. Now, we'll do a quick overview of protein production. Your DNA gets turned into mRNA from RNA polymerase. You probably remember mRNA from all those vaccines we just invented. But mRNA is the code that goes to a ribosome and tells the ribosome to make a protein. But amatoxin blocks RNA polymerase. So we can't make mRNA, and thus we can't make proteins. No more protein, lots more problems. Especially because after this gets to the gut, it'll make its way to the liver and the kidney and shut down protein production there, making them very sad. Now, this leads to a relatively specific toxic syndrome we see. After you eat them, there is a slight delay, about 6 to 12 hours, while protein production in your gut, liver, and kidney are shutting down. Then we start to see the organs take the hit because the cells start to die once proteins aren't being made any longer. So after 6 to 12 hours, we see the development of nausea, vomiting, liver injury, and kidney injury. Interestingly, you can actually feel like you get better after this phase. It's kind of dangerous. There is a quiescent phase where you actually start to feel better, but your organs are failing. And unfortunately, this causes a lot of people to think they're doing better and not seek care. I actually think this is why these are so fatal. Now, after that quiescent phase, you either recover, because you're lucky enough your organs make it, you die, or you get a transplant. Recovery rate is about 30 to 50%, and the rest die or transplant. And while that sounds pretty grim, we at least do have some treatments for this mushroom poisoning. If you show up early enough, we can actually use two things, penicillin and sylvanin, penicillin made from a mushroom. They block amatoxin's entry into the liver via blocking a specific channel, and thus we can reduce the amount of toxin that actually gets to the organs and causes failure. But we have to give it early, before the amatoxin is distributed. And our best guess, based off of our animal kinetic studies, if you are showing up after 48 hours, there's probably limited utility, but we'll try it anyways. The other thing that can happen is that this amatoxin will actually get secreted through the bile duct back into the gut. So we will give activated charcoal to you, multiple doses, and then hope to bind any of that toxin that's getting secreted back into the gut to prevent you from reabsorbing it and adding insult to injury. Now, our case involved a 32-year-old female who picked, fried, and ingested Armillaria mellia mushrooms. At least that's what she thought. That is honey mushrooms. 10 hours later, she developed vomiting and diarrhea, and 7 hours later, she showed up to the hospital. On arrival, she actually only had liver failure, no kidney damage, which is great. She ended up getting, down here, penicillin G, as well as activated charcoal, like we talked about. And this patient actually survived, which is really great. It turns out she had not ingested Armillaria, but had instead ingested Galerina marginata. And what I love about this case is not that we learned anything new about the poisoning, but the signal it shows about the potential for misforaging. Everyone's worried about amatoxins from